All right, MMA Maniacs, it's time once again for your weekly MMA podcast called Split Decision, brought to you from the SinCal Studios. Bugler, Dodge, and Dennis, ready to break you off some MMA news. Of course, we got fights to recap from last week. We got stuff going down this weekend, and we got news that happened this week as well.
Note to self, lower testosterone.
Lower the dosage.
Hey,
lower the dosage.
Who brought their pink sock?
It's dangling. It's dangling. So yeah, go vote for us. By the way, we are nominated for Podcast of the Year at MyMMAnews.com. For some reason, I don't know. But if you wouldn't mind, it doesn't take that much time. Go to MyMMAnews.com, click on their awards, and then just click on us. That's it. You can click on other categories too if you want, but we're specifically asking you to go to that category.
And then after you go vote, go check out the other podcasts, man. SFLC, they, is that how I say it? Yeah, they give us a shout out.
Yes.
Nicotone, Kyle Carroll, and those guys at Sports on the Go. Sports on the Go, dude, they do shows all day. I see Kyle Carroll's in and out of that place. It's like,
right?
Yes, I think it's a AM radio station, possibly.
Well, there you go. We used to have an FM radio station.
Used to.
Oh, even Pure Evil. Check him out.
Check out Pure Evil too. But give us the vote. I would say do your research and go vote. Like listen to all of them before you vote. But don't do that.
Just vote for us because you're listening to us.
Yeah. So yeah, click on that. And thanks obviously for the nomination as well for Podcast of the Year. We do appreciate that. Do we have anything else? Oh yeah, go buy a shirt. This thing right here.
Go to Shirt School.
See this shirt?
/SDMMA.
Yeah, this is the
got our Pride
Never
style.
Die.
Pride Never Die shirt.
Yeah, buy that.
Got our Fight Night and Chill shirt.
Fight Night and Chill. And of course the original.
Our classic shirt. Yeah,
and then they something like this, but it's black.
But it's not a baseball tee.
Yeah. You can get long sleeve though.
You can get long sleeve. And you can get women's.
You can get women's fits.
So why do you look at me and say that?
You're just saying in general.
Okay.
Because you might look good in
I'm
it.
a general woman?
Yes.
I would look like a pregnant woman in it. Birthing a burrito.
Very ugly pregnant.
Don't you judge me. It's 2017, current year.
On the East Coast, he's hot.
Jumping into your news here, we got MayMac, the second biggest pay-per-view in North America of all time.
Dennis doesn't believe any of this.
No, man.
They are reportedly saying they did 4.3 million buys. That is 0.3 million underneath the Mayweather and Pacquiao. That did 4.6. Number 3 was Mayweather and De La Hoya at 2.48. And then underneath that is Mayweather against Canelo, 2.2. So they're saying that MayPac generated 600 million more than MayMac. This buy count includes purchases from the usual cable providers as well as online portals.
I like the stack with the MayMac pack.
MayPac, yeah. Give that. So that includes usual cable providers as well as online portals like Showtime and UFC. It did break all the UK pay-per-view records with over 1 million buys.
Well, that's a solid comparison. Okay, so when Mayweather and Pacquiao fought, how many online streaming services actually had the pay-per-view?
None. That's what I'm saying.
Don't know.
That's just from one. So the 4.6 is legit. It's from one pay-per-view thing. Those are legit numbers. Okay.
You don't think you don't think you could get it online?
You probably could have, but
Showtime.com?
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I don't even think they had Showtime.com back then.
Well, they had Showtime.com, but I don't think the streaming.
Yeah,
that was only that was 2 years ago.
Yeah, still streaming is relatively new.
It's exploded over the last 2 years. It's exploded since that pay-per-view.
Okay, but see, so follow with me, and it's not just because I'm hating on the fight.
Fight Pass back then.
It's not just because I'm hating on the fight. There are multiple people that I know that had to pay for the fight multiple times, and then didn't even get it. So, and like Brandon said earlier, all they have to count is the people who bought it. So if you clicked on it like 5 times to get it, they're going to count that as 5 buys.
And they just made $500 off of you because you're dumb.
No, they didn't, because that's the other thing we're talking about. They don't have to report the refunds. All they have to report is how many people clicked to buy it. You know what I mean? And it
generated 4.3 million.
Okay, if you take their numbers, because when we were going by just straight pay-per-view numbers, it looked dismal.
So that's the 4.3 actually means 4.3 million pay-per-view buys?
Yes.
That just doesn't seem like a lot, man.
In North America only.
And that doesn't seem like a lot in North America. It really doesn't. Like if you said California, then all right. I mean, there's 33 million people here.
Yeah, well, but especially when you say what was the number at the same time, illegal streaming? Didn't they say there was like 900 million illegal streams?
There was a lot of illegal streaming. Not only that, but you have to think, how many times do you get it and then all of your friends get it at their own houses? Or how many, especially being like $100.
If you only got...
Are we talking about herpes?
10 people.
That was only one time.
10 people show up at a house and pay...
goddamn blankets.
Yeah, no, I understand that, but it's like, this is like, if you got 300 million people in the United States, like they all went to Iowa and watched it.
True.
True. And then now you also got Mayweather who's saying that I'm a money getting motherfucker. I'm Money May. I could come back to the UFC. I can go in and fight in the octagon. I can do a 3 or 4 fight deal in the octagon. I make $1 billion.
Is that money may come to me or money may go to the IRS? Is that what that means?
He already paid the IRS. McGregor helped him with that.
True. So there's this like weird, like so this was a live stream on Instagram, and he was basically saying that he has a multi-fight deal offer from the UFC that would make him $1 billion.
So wait, so
this is Mayweather.
Okay.
Is saying he can come to the UFC. He has an offer from the UFC, and he'll make $1 billion.
No, he won't.
In a multi-fight deal.
No.
Do you believe this at all? None?
No. Unless this is how they launched the Zuffa box under the UFC umbrella. And even if that's the case, he's old, man. He's not going to come and fight MMA. He'll get destroyed immediately.
True. Yeah, and we couldn't find anything on it, but we also heard that I heard some point this week that Dana tried to get a boxing promoter's permit or license. And we said we still can't find anything.
We know that's on the horizon. We know that's going to happen.
Yeah, but is it coming as Zuffa? Is it coming as WMEI or whatever it is?
Maybe it's a partnership thing. And even so, it's like, yeah, I can see him making $1 billion if he came over here and he helped like reconstruct the things and
launch
made
Zuffa boxing
and helped launch Zuffa boxing. But he's not coming over here as a mixed martial artist. That's for goddamn sure. And I doubt he's going to come over and do enough fights in the UFC under Zuffa boxing to warrant paying him $1 billion.
Yeah, $1 billion.
It would only take 3 fights
to pay him $1 billion.
Yeah.
You think the UFC is going to throw the money at him that
he made $400 million off of McGregor?
Showtime,
right?
Like I said, you think the UFC, Zuffa, WME, whoever's got it right now is going to be like, yeah, I think we could put together $1 billion to get.
They can put together $1 billion.
Well, they don't have to.
That's insane.
If they do, like they say, let's say conservatively, they do $500 million every show with him, and they give him half. It would only take 4 shows for him to make $1 billion.
And that's fair. I don't think he has 4 shows in him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But if he comes over to help them launch Zuffa boxing, then yeah, I think that he definitely does the first boxing match to bring people over there. So he does that. He gets paid for the boxing match, and he gets paid for helping be a consultant.
Is it co-promoted? I mean, it has to be, right? Mayweather Productions has to have part of the money. That's every time he's ever done anything.
Well, I think Mayweather Productions is probably going to be the consultant helping them launch Zuffa boxing, and that's how he's going to be getting paid.
Yeah, I mean, at one point he would have to sign it away for $1 billion.
At one point, he did say he wanted to be an MMA promoter, right? Or he wanted to at least manage.
He says a lot of things.
It's true. Like he's going to get $1 billion to be in the octagon.
And like he's going to read a Dr. Seuss book.
Cody McKenzie's in a little bit of trouble. Remember, he was fighting for Venture FC. This was an Italian MMA organization. Well, they decided to start their own anti-doping tests.
Oops.
They said that they wanted to do their first out-of-competition tests, that they are in a collaboration with the Federazione Italiana Grappling Mixed Martial Arts and NODA, which is the National Anti-Doping Organization. Which is
USADA?
Basically... USADA's for the U.S.,
no,
sir.
It could be Italian. It could be USADA.
It's like USADA, but they look at you like this. They're like, what?
So, yes, it is the USADA of Italian.
USADA, Italy.
MMA testing, yeah. So, basically, they said that they had 4 guys fail.
Tainted pepperoni.
Right off the bat.
I was going to blame Gorgonzola.
And technically, Cody McKenzie didn't fail. He just refused to take his test.
No.
He basically told him no. He said no.
Pee in this? No.
He said no.
No.
McKenzie put up on his Instagram instead with obviously the headline of him getting suspended following a refusal to be tested. He said, "Look at this bullshit. The show's a joke. My first fight for them, there was no mat underneath the canvas, so when I landed on it, I completely destroyed my shoulder. Now I can't even do pull-ups. My last fight for them, I didn't piss because my head was split wide open with a 5-inch gash down the skull, and this show didn't even have anybody to stitch me up. Yet I'm the one who gets suspended. Get your shit together. Also, they took a month to pay me."
With that mustache, looks like extra from Tombstone.
Well, he's fighting in Italy, man. It's the Italian mustache.
I'll be a Huckleberry.
Yes, me, Mario.
So, what do you think about this whole situation? I mean, good. I would say good for Venture for like putting together a clean sport.
Putting together a clean sport, but if what he's saying is true, like
you got other problems to deal with.
Yeah. Why would you? First off, why would you go back to a place that didn't even have a mat?
Underneath
like a pad underneath their mat.
Well, they got it fixed the second time.
Hey, are we going to talk about Bellator and NASCAR again?
They were just training.
On cardboard boxes.
Training. That's different. They weren't fighting on that cardboard.
Kimbo Slice style with the caution tape around the ring.
Yeah.
that you can't really bounce off of, so people just throw you back in.
That was Data 5000 too, where the ring was like this big.
Yeah. It forces fights, man.
There you go.
It's like Taiwan knife fights. You fight in a cage.
Somebody who is talking about doing some boxing.
Like a little cage.
Nate Diaz tweeted that the UFC offered me a title fight in any weight class.
Webcam.
He said, "I'm cool though. I'll give them a shot when they do something good. On to the next sport for now," and then put 2 emojis of boxing gloves. And everyone was like freaking out, saying that, "Oh, maybe Nate's gonna start boxing." He's had a lot of interest in boxing for a long time. The Nevada State Athletic Commission came out and said we would welcome and give him his license immediately. Dana White said that Nate's turned down a fight with everybody on the roster.
Fucking clown shoes.
We've been offering him fights since the last time he fought, which was a year and a half ago, and he's turned down every single fight, even though we continually offer him. And it is our job to offer him at least 3 fights a year, and he turns them all down. I don't know. To me, looking at Nate's tweet, they don't have any other emojis for fighting other than the boxing gloves. So
he can get a box. He's gonna fight fucking Mayweather.
You think he's going to fight Mayweather?
I'm sorry, not Mayweather, McGregor. He's going to fight McGregor.
In boxing?
No, it's going to be the fucking... they're going to finish it up, man. This is going to be the third one. It's going to happen.
It's going to happen?
No, I'm telling you, I don't think he's going to give McGregor his last fight.
He says he wants
he's just going to leave it. He's just going to leave it 1-1.
Yeah.
I would. I don't be like that one guy and like call him up when they're like 80. Hey, you never had me. Be scared of me.
Remember the time I choked you out? Remember? You remember, right? Remember?
You remember? I remember.
Let's see what else we have. We have George St. Pierre. There's rumors that he may not be coming back to fighting. In fact, Dana White recently released a statement saying that he is not surprised that he relinquished his belt. He said at first he was mad. He said he was mad at first, and then he realized this is why he put it in the contract that he should have to fight him, or should have to fight Whittaker. That he said that GSP picked and chose his fights as far as coming back to fight Bisping, that he didn't want anything to do with Woodley, he didn't want anything to do with Whittaker, he didn't want anything to do with Rockhold, that he only wanted to fight Bisping. How do you feel about Dana White throwing him under the bus?
Dana White's a dick, man. I mean, you got to expect
nothing new,
but he's also full of shit. How much more full of shit can Dana White be?
Oh. He could get way fuller of shit.
His trainers, GSP's trainers, are saying it is possible he might not fight again.
And that's fine.
I mean,
has he reached Don King full of shit yet?
He's just completely, just like Dana White. What time did you get up this morning? I never got up this morning. You're awake right now? No, I'm not.
There's no proof of that.
There's no proof of that. You're talking to. No, I'm not.
Dana, what's happening? Only in America. What? Uh-oh. He's gone full Don King.
Do you think GSP's coming back? I mean, he's got after the colitis, maybe?
I think he's coming back at 170.
Yeah?
GSP with colitis goes by.
Kaleidoscope? Yeah, I think he comes back at 170.
170? What do you think, Dan?
I like I said, if he would just stay away, I'm not even mad about it. I don't know. I mean, other than $2 million, I don't even know why he came back.
And that's why people are saying he came back. It was because he knew he could easily beat Bisping, that he could easily take the title. Obviously, title fights are worth more money. Pay-per-view points, worth the money. Right. Let's come back. I'm going to pick and choose. This is the champion I want. I'm going to take the belt.
So he's at home going, I just need $1 million more for that house.
Yeah. I just added that extra spa on the roof next to the helipad. And what I need to do...
Yeah. That's exactly what it was. No, I think he comes back at 170 in 2018.
How well do you think he does in the division?
I think that's great. Yep.
Dennis?
I don't think we're going to see it. I think he's going to stay out.
He's going to come back, he's going to make a run at the title, and then he's going to take it, and then he's going to pee on it right in the middle of the cage.
And retire.
And then retire again.
Do you think he goes anywhere but the UFC?
That's a possibility.
I mean, unless he really wants that suitcase money from Ryzen, I don't see why.
He could show up in the tournament.
He had trouble putting it to 185. You think he's going to go to 265?
No, he's going to show up at 170.
He's just going to go in at 170.
Yeah. He's going to be around Rampage's ankle, just holding on.
Yeah. Bears against ferrets.
It could happen.
Going
feel like that's a pay-per-view somewhere.
Going with the ferrets.
I'm going with the ferrets.
Some fights to announce. February 3rd, Machida is going to be fighting Anders. So Eric Anders gets his wish. He did call out Leo Machida in his last win over Marcus Perez. So he is getting that fight, which is very cool. It's going to be going down in Brazil.
All right.
We also have the big news of UFC 220, which is going to be going down January 20th from the Garden in Boston.
This is my birthday pay-per-view.
This is your birthday pay-per-view?
Yeah. Dana White does a birthday pay-per-view for me every year.
That's pretty cool, dude.
I know.
I mean, he won't let you go watch a fight live, but you can see it on
that's
pay-per-view.
why he does it. We have an agreement to stay away from his fucking events, and he'll just give me a pay-per-view on my birthday.
So we already announced, I think, most of this card, but we have Miocic is going to be fighting him against Ngannou for the title. This is going to be a 2-title fight card. We also have Volkan Ozdemir going up against Daniel Cormier.
So he's still good? He hasn't been suspended, huh?
Nope.
All right.
Still cool with his assault.
All right. Watch out if he brings a chair.
Yeah. Guillen Vellante is going to be going up against Francisimo Barroso. We got Thomas Alameda going up against Rob Font. Dustin Ortiz against Alexander Pantoja.
I'm gonna hold my breath on this one. I'm not 100% sure that Volkan's gonna make it.
You don't think so?
No.
Do you think a judge is gonna step in and stop him from fighting?
Yeah, because he could go from like Volkan, Volkan no time to Volkan 5 to 10.
No,
I don't know.
5 to 10?
No, I don't think because he's already talking about. He had sent a message out to Conor McGregor about when he heads to Sweden, he wants to stop by Ireland and do some training with them. I think they've got it all figured out. I think the most he's going to get is some type of informal probation or, I don't know,
community service.
They might even get this whole thing to go away. I mean, I don't know if we're going to talk about it, but I mean, you could attack somebody with a boomerang for $600.
Hey, we're working on that. That's coming up. After the fight announcement.
That's international currency, though. That's
different. That. Jacare is going to be fighting Derek Brunson for the second time.
I'm really happy about this.
January 27th. This will be live on Fox.
Jacare needs to fight more, man. I got a real issue with how often or how little he takes fights. He needs to fight more often. He's very talented, and I think one of the biggest issues that he has making that run for the title is that he's not in the cage enough. When you fight like once a year, you're not really, keeping your skills up to par. You know what I mean? But I'm glad he's fighting again. I can't wait to see it.
And then the last little bit before we get into some international news there about boomerangs. Mark Hunt is
Are you saying we're coming back to it?
We're going to be coming back to it. It's coming around. Mark Hunt will be fighting Curtis Blades at UFC 221 in Perth.
You need that on a button now.
February 11th.
I don't know why I didn't realize. For some reason, I was thinking when I saw this announcement that Blades was a light heavyweight, but I guess he's a big dude.
No, he's a big man.
Yeah.
Very big man.
Blades are bad.
So now that Mark Hunt is medically cleared,
you talk about
he's got a fight.
He's got Blades.
Fight he wanted. Speaking of boomerangs, we have Mr. Verdum there buying another boomerang.
Speaking of Australia,
he has to go back. Yes, he was fined $600 in Australian money, which is only $460 American.
That is 1/100th of a Bitcoin for those following along.
I don't know. It constantly fluctuates. Did you check today's numbers?
No,
I did. My coworker's all over that shit.
Yeah?
We looked at it.
Did he pull his money out for you?
No, he just showed me a screen.
It can't happen.
He showed me a screen with
his e-wallet.
Yeah.
His e-wallet.
You guys are all funding North Korea. Thanks a lot.
And ISIS now. Some woman decided to do $85,000 worth of money into Bitcoin and send it to ISIS.
I love donuts with ISIS
and then ISIS got it, and they were like, "What the fuck do we do with this?
I can't do anything with this."
Is anybody doing international arms with fucking Bitcoin? No.
Fuck.
Shit. Buy a computer.
So Verdum pays his fine, and away he walks.
That's awesome.
Mr. Covington, on the other hand, has decided to go complete full heel. Spoiling Star Wars today for everybody on his Twitter.
Shut up.
Just non-stop Twitter feeds of Star Wars spoilers
Are
today.
You serious?
Yeah. A lot of people are very, very unhappy with him.
You fucking cockwobble. Jesus.
He said that only virgins care about Star Wars spoilers. And there's multiple people that are pleading with the UFC to push him back down to the Fight Pass prelims and never allow him on a pay-per-view card again.
You can fucking insult an entire country. You can get in a fight with somebody twice your size in Australia. But you fuck up Star Wars, man. Everyone's coming for your ass.
That's an American.
That's American.
Yeah, they said it's
fucking Mr. Worldwide right there, man. They don't fuck around. I'm not even going to see this shit for another 3 weeks, but I know better than to fuck it up for somebody else. That'll put you 6 feet under, man.
And apparently,
over your shoulder. Fucking Clintons are coming for you now, dickhead.
The update,
Hillary like Star Wars.
The update,
you were dead
right before we started the show. Is all of a sudden the post was deleted, or Twitter deleted it for him
because he's dead. He's dead, man.
That's it. Soros is putting out a campaign on you.
Colby Gate.
Colby Gate. Obviously, we talked about this earlier this year. Tim Hague passed away due to basically multiple fights where he was getting TKO'd in Edmonton, Canada, where they allowed him to fight when he should not have been able to fight. They have just implemented this week that the city of Edmonton is putting a moratorium on all of combat sports for 1 year. For 1 year, there will be no MMA, no boxing, no kickboxing, no anything. This actually affects WWE. They had to cancel all of their events that were going to be going on in Edmonton. So for 1 year.
So no contact sport.
No contact sports at all in Edmonton. It'll be a 1 year.
Combat or contact?
Combat.
So they can still do like Canadian football.
What about Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just combat
Grappling
sports.
Matches? Yeah.
If the WWE can't have a match, I'm pretty sure Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu can't.
Do they know it's not real?
Jiu-jitsu or wrestling?
Whatever, Eddie Bravo.
Whatever. Show me a picture. Show me a picture of it being real.
I'm a flat Brazilianer.
Yeah. I'm just telling you, every picture that I've seen looks fake as fuck. I'm just telling you that right now.
Yeah.
It's all CGI composites, every single one of them.
Exactly.
Of people doing jiu-jitsu.
And also, it's some weird, strange news that is somewhat possibly related
Stranger
to another
than CGI Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu?
I don't prove it. You got to prove this. CGI Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Matt Kleincater, also known as Shallowking on Twitter and on Instagram and on Snapchat, who was reportedly going to have a fight with Mr. Cody Garbrandt as well as Conor McGregor in his own mind. According to his official Twitter, he has passed away.
He went in the deep end.
Nobody knows if this is true other than the 3 or 4 Twitter responses.
Shallowking in the deep end?
For the most,
come on, man.
I would say 80% of the people on his Twitter think this is fake.
They do, but that's because, you know what? Everybody still thinks that Andy Kaufman was fake when he died.
CGI Shallowking.
Yeah, but Andy Kaufman faked his death before. That's the difference.
People will come up and dump him out of his wheelchair. Come on, you're fucking around.
So this was put up on his Twitter.
Shallowking's underwater. Come on, man, you fucking around.
On behalf of the Cater family, we regretfully have to inform you that Matt Kleincater has passed away today. We are asking for privacy during this difficult time. Your prayers, love, encouragement, support are appreciated. Further details may be disclosed at another time. And then a follow-up tweet that says, we have received some tweets about a GoFundMe page that was created. We did not authorize this, nor do we... any of his proclaimed discount codes work on Matt's website or his sponsor website. This is Dylan on behalf of the Cater family, who might be his brother. And then another tweet was followed up. It says, we are not looking for monetary donations, but we do welcome your condolences as we will share it with the entire family. Again, thank you for the support. I will try my best to keep Matt Cater's legacy alive as he would have wanted.
Just go put in Shallowking 2020 for a 20% discount at his website.
Yeah, the same Twitter said that it was a taffy pulling contest at St. Peter's earlier, that something else had been sent out.
There is no official death notice or obituary has been found.
That sucks. It's not to poke fun at a sad situation of somebody passing away, but man, if my biggest legacy is running away from Team Alpha Male on camera, please do not announce that I'm dead on Twitter. Just delete my shit and pretend like I never existed.
Yeah.
Never.
And delete my history, my browser history.
Always.
So, I mean, Matt Cater was obviously a bodybuilder, and he was sponsored by, what was it, Rock Hard? I think it was Rock Hard. Yeah, Rock Hard Body Fitness was the brand. So, again, I know his wife's Instagram's missing, too. It's, like, completely disappeared.
I don't know.
His kids is there. He started one for his, 2-year-old son.
I don't know, man.
Very strange.
I mean, like I said, if this is true, it's sad.
Very strange.
And it's weird that we're talking about this because of who he was in the MMA world. That's what makes this a very strange situation.
Yeah, it's very weird, man. It's very, very weird connections.
If he wasn't beefing with Conor McGregor and Cody Garbrandt, then
nobody would have a clue who he was.
Well, no, the bodybuilding world would, and that's fine. But we are not a bodybuilding podcast, so
it's true. Obviously.
Yeah, we built these bodies. We just chose different parts.
On bad decisions.
Built this with bad decisions of mashed potatoes.
Hell yeah. Tri-tip.
UFC 219, the UFC is going to be testing new gloves that will basically record all of the data in them.
Is this going to be like that NHL hockey puck thing where you see how fast it's going?
Yeah, so you remember when like Ivan Drago was like hitting this big fucking smash machine and he was like recording all this crazy data and they were just like seeing computers go everywhere in the 80s? It's like that, but now. They're saying it's going to be invisible to the public. You will not see any of this data until they've actually perfected it and figured out what exactly they're going to be doing.
Remember that show Fight Science?
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
All right.
So what happens if someone hits 9,000?
The place is going to explode.
Yeah.
They said they've already had a conference where they had fighters Edson Barbosa and Mark Decais go at it with the devices to kind of test them out. The company is called HEED. The data analytics company is called AGT.
This is really just for development of a virtual reality MMA game.
Well, the UFC says they're going to use this technology to possibly improve fighter safety as well as concussion protocols.
And get a more accurate punch count.
They said they do not want the data leaked to the judges or to the during the fight or to the public. So it'll all have to be afterwards because they don't want them to be able to sway the judges.
That makes sense.
Oh, that punch was 5,000. This punch was only 4. Obviously, he's winning. He's throwing harder punches.
But then you got to check all the judges for the contact lenses that give them computer information right to their eyes.
But it would be so cool if they were like linked up to certain fireworks for certain power levels. They'd be like,
someone hit 5,000!
That is an idiocracy match waiting to happen. I like it.
So yeah, they're saying they're going to put sensors in the octagon floor, in the gloves, in the corners, all going to be monitoring all 70 streams of data. They said that gloves alone will generate 12 different streams of data and 12 different things.
I still say that I want the fans to have voting pads.
For what?
Fucking crazy shit.
Drop in the crocodile.
He's got a button. He's winning.
He's winning.
Yeah,
He's winning.
To the pit of misery. Yeah. Dilly dilly.
Dilly.
Invicta 26 happened, what was that, last Friday?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Correct? Yeah.
Yes.
There you go. Can you see that?
I can see that.
All right.
I don't want to see it. Are we doing the whole thing? What are we doing here?
Whatever you want to do, man.
Man, all right.
I'll start at K.
So we're doing the whole thing.
Thanks.
Got it.
All right, Kay Hansen gets a win over Emily Prince with a submission and armbar. You got Karina Rodriguez over Christine Ferreira with a unanimous decision. Also, Amber Brown gets an armbar over Tessa Simpson. Vima Jandaroba over Amy Montenegro with an armbar. And then you had Vanessa Porto over Milana Dudieva with a TKO in the third round.
Punch to the body.
Was a lever punch, right?
Shuts it down.
Shuts it down right there. Janessa Morandin over Kimberly Noveas with unanimous decision. Mackenzie Dern
makes weight
and gets the armbar.
There you go.
Over Colleen Medeiros. And then your champion.
I've also heard rumors that her next fight will be in the UFC.
Ooh.
Oh, good. That's
because
cool.
of this win. Like
really?
This was like the test.
I'm happy to hear that. Really?
And that they're going to push her like they were trying to push Paige and Sage.
Paige, Sage, and Mackenzie doesn't fit, though.
No.
Doesn't fit the rhyme scheme.
Dern.
Dern.
Sage, Paige, and Dern.
Sage, Paige, Dern.
It's like a fucking lawyer agency.
Do we cheat him and how?
Do we cheat him and how? Jennifer Maya, your champion now, defeated Agnieszka Needsweeds.
Needsweeds.
To retain the belt or to earn the belt?
I believe it was to retain the belt.
Okay, that works for me. We're just going to guess here. Moving on from there, we also had, was this...
Bellator 190 and Bellator Kickboxing 8, which all happened in Italy.
Without USADA rules?
Yes.
They didn't make them pee.
USADA.
I think from now on, that's how we're going to say even regular USADA.
USADA.
Send all your hate mail to Josh Ruloff at
Gmail. Carlos Miranda gets a win over Mihail Nika with the unanimous decision. Alejandra Lara beats Lena. Oh man, I was doing so well. Ovichnikova.
There you go.
I got it. Ovichnikova with a rear naked choke, and then Brandon Gertz over Luka Jelchik with a KO. That happened in the very first round at 157. And then Rafael Cavallo gets a 44-second KO with an elbow over Alessio Sakara. God damn it, Legionnaire. Time for you to quit.
It's over. It's over.
You're no more Super Mario. You are now Wario. Go away. Bummed out.
Sorry.
It hurts. It hurts.
You know how hard it is to get an Italian hero, man?
Christopher Columbus.
Wow. You murdered a lot of people, man.
Here, have a blanket.
I'm just going to stick
That's what I was saying. Wash your motherfucking blankets.
Full circle, like that boomerang.
All right, jumping on to... What was it? Ultimate Fight Night what?
123?
Ultimate Fight Night 123. On your Fight Pass card, you had Trevin Giles take on Antonio Braga Neto. There's a big KO in the third round in favor of Trevin. Then Davi Ramos over Chris Gutzmacher gets a win with a rear naked choke. Alejandro Perez over Luis Alcantara with unanimous decision. Moving on to your main card that was on Fox Sports 1. Frankie Saenz over Merab Dvalishvili. I just made that up. That's definitely
just made that up.
That is a big zero right there. Split decision with a win for Frankie Saenz. Then we have another Alex Perez, not Alejandro Perez.
Versus 3 people apparently.
He's fought twice.
Carl, John,
Thomas.
and Day Thomas.
Yeah, Carl Jean de Thomas. Then you had Alejandro Sukahamath over Luke Sanders with the TKO. Alexis Davis gets a win over Liz Carmouche with a split decision.
Did she?
I mean, technically it's on paper.
I don't know,
Did she get the win, or did her eye get the win?
I don't know, dog. She looked like E.T.
E.T.
Yeah.
She did literally this. She had a hematoma on one side of her head.
I thought she was an ouch.
Yeah,
I wanted to say ouch to her head.
Hey, if you'd have seen her shadow on the wall, her head looked like Africa.
I thought Liz Carmouche had that.
It did. It looked like
Holy
Africa.
shit, that's a great description of it.
That's better than your teeth are in jail.
Yeah, it's awesome. I love it. Yeah, she got the microphone after her victory and said, "Hey, you guys!" Jumping on to your main card here, you got Benito Lopez over Albert Moraes.
Which, real quick about Benito Lopez, I didn't realize that at the weigh-ins he shoved his opponent. He got fined 10% for shoving your opponent.
It was.
Is he the only guy who's been fined for shoving an opponent? Because how many people have like touched somebody?
I think that
pushed them?
they've been cracking
I don't think
down
it's
on
a
it for
shove.
while now.
I think it's the guy was like, "Why are you doing this to me?"
Like, it seemed a little crazy. Like, so Morales yelled boo at Lopez. Lopez shoves him, and the California State Athletic Commission sticks him with a 10% fine of his purse.
That's like the fight or flight.
So who gets that money?
His opponent.
Oh, okay.
He gets part of it. I think the California State Athletic Commission does it too.
Oh, they always get.
Yeah, they're trying to get paid,
California
man.
Commission,
They're
home
like,
for
was that a push? Can we find him?
Tattered teens.
That was a push.
But I
We can find
mean,
him.
when's the last time you've ever seen anybody get fined for touching their opponent during the weigh-ins?
I think it
ever?
happens more often than we know, and they just don't publicize it. I really do.
All
I
right.
really do. Because we've heard about it from time to time. I just don't think that it's something that they talk about that
When?
often. It started with Daniel Cormier and John Jones a long time ago.
And then
they enacted it. Since then, I
Since
can't
then who?
give you specific names,
You
man.
can't.
Because I don't think it happens.
I'm not trying to look this shit up on the fly. You got Google right there, motherfucker.
No,
Use your microphone computer.
Google it. Google it. Is this where we're starting now?
We're on Eric Anders.
Eric Anders gets a win over Marcus Perez with the
Calls out
unanimous
Lyoto
decision.
Machida, gets that fight.
Gets that fight. That's what we were just talking about earlier. And then Scott Holtzman, decision over Daryl Horcher. Marlon Moraes over Aljamain Sterling. This really bummed me out, but Jesus Christ, that was a clean knee.
Jesus.
At a minute 7 into the first round, just fucking
I like
lights
this
out.
dab. Oh. I like that he came out too. He's like, "Hey, the internet is what it is. That's a good video. I did do the dab. That's funny. You know, I'm just gonna take a while to live this down."
Oh yeah, you are. Jesus, man, that was. This is one of those things where it's like I could not pick a winner that night at all. Gabriel Benitez over Jason Knight with the unanimous decision.
Jason Knight losing a point for biting Gabriel Benitez, and Twitter went fucking nuts. But he says Benitez first of all says, "Look, man," he's like, "I was trying to go for like a chin grab. I was trying to go across, and it happened to get in his mouth, and so he bit me like it was an accident." And Knight's like, "No, yeah, I fucking bit him because he was trying to fish hook me." But there's no angle where you can see him getting fish hooked, so we don't really know.
You feel a finger in your mouth, you bite.
That's exactly what Ian McCall says. If there's a finger in my mouth,
that is good to
you
know.
bite.
I'm not putting anything in Joey's
Yeah,
mouth.
you keep that in mind, buddy. Unless I'm sleeping, then it's okay. Then we got the main event: Brian Ortega up against Cub Swanson.
Woo!
Cub gets subbed big time.
Okay, like
T-City.
No, I told you guys this is bad. This is bad for him.
go.
And even though we looked at the numbers and everything, Ortega was huge compared to him.
Doug Rose.
Yeah,
Doug Rose.
he just looked more. I don't know, dude. He looked way bigger. I don't know if somebody downplayed his numbers or if Cubs' numbers are built up, but he looked.
Where does Cub Swanson go from here?
That's tough, man, because he was already calling for a title shot, and he was upset that the UFC passed him over for it. And then T-City got a hold of him, and Fuck, T-City's still undefeated. That guy's going places.
Yeah.
And everybody online is just saying, if you let T-City get a hold of you, the fight is over.
Yeah, I don't think he loses anything by losing to Ortega. I think Ortega's going to move on and
well, he does.
The way he uses his jiu-jitsu.
I think Cub drops pretty far, not far in the rankings.
I agree. I think that if he would have beat Ortega, then he would have been next in line for a title shot. Now he's not.
He's definitely not.
So he falls out of the top 10?
Let's see where he's at. Let's see if he already did.
He may have already done it. We're navigating this like a maze right now.
Yeah, he drops 1. Brian Ortega jumps.
I was going to say he's probably down to 4 or 5 now.
Yeah. Korean Zombie drops 1 because of his inactivity due to his injury at the moment.
Why is Jose Aldo still number 1?
Because he's still the number 1 contender.
He lost his last 2 fights, hasn't he?
Oh, never mind. So I thought he was in top. Never mind. Okay.
So I mean,
he lost his belt to McGregor and then got beat up twice by Holloway. I don't think he should be number 1.
But Frankie lost to him. That's why.
Oh, okay.
And then Lamas was gonna lose to him.
That's my math. That's my math, though.
Bellator 191 is going down in England
right now.
Pretty much. I mean, possibly.
It's probably over.
And local boy Michael McDonald is fighting on that card. It is over. Here's the results.
Oh.
But you can check that out. I think it's still going to be aired tonight, right? Do we know? Live?
Probably.
Live?
Yeah, it'll probably be
time on Spike TV.
Yeah, if not, Spike.com.
So it's already over.
Yeah.
If you want to know who won.
But we could say Michael McDonald and Peter Liger, Valerie Letenu and Kate Jackson, Philip DeVries, James Thompson, Jeremy Petley, and Lewis Monarch are all going to be on that card. You can check that out on Spike TV.
Go back down real quick.
Like right now.
I don't expect a lot of finishes.
We'll see. This is going to be Mayday's first fight back.
I know. Hopefully nobody hurts his feelings.
So, yeah, we'll see if we can get a recap from him sometime in the future.
Every time they do this, they need to start bringing that turban and then do the old letter to my head.
And then you got
the Karnak.
It wasn't Letterman.
Go way back.
It was
Johnny
Carson.
Carson.
I had Letterman stuck in my head. I knew it was Carson.
Yeah, it was
God
Carson.
damn it.
And this goes down tomorrow on Fox, right? We have UFC on Fox 26.
This looks like it's
we did
gonna be a
a very
fun one.
interesting interview with Mr. Platinum Mike Perry.
Yeah, boy.
You can check out.
I'll just tell you, I really hesitated to just put it out.
Why?
I just don't know how responsible we are.
Hey,
about
I'll let you
saying,
know. The
that
company
dude would totally be sucking my dick.
The company that we get most of our interviews through didn't say, hey, could you dial that back? Or,
did you cut that one part out and that other part out?
We've had that happen before. Haven't they asked us before, hey, can we
not air that part?
Air this or something about that? Yeah.
Because somebody is monitoring, right?
Oh, yeah.
They're recording.
They record as we record.
And they stepped in and told you, hurried up.
Yeah, we've had that happen one time. Hey, you guys are talking way too fucking long.
You guys aren't even talking about MMA anymore.
Yeah.
And the whole Nate Diaz fiasco. But
yeah. Jumped out of a van, got in a van, rode a bike somewhere, came back.
It's been a weird ride doing this podcast, I'll tell you that. Going down tomorrow night, it is UFC Ultimate Fight Night 23 or 26?
26. On Fox 26.
UFC on Fox 26. My bad. All right.
Yeah.
Nordine Talib takes on Danny Roberts. Jordan Mine. I didn't know if I was going mine or mean on that one. Going up against Derek Silva.
His mouth and his mind were doing two different things.
They really were.
Jordan
I think I just had a fucking seizure. That's awesome. Alessio Di Chirico takes on Oliwali Bangboos.
Bangboos!
Yeah, the Bang Bus is at it again, my friends. Oliwali Bang Bus. John McDessie.
Booyaka, hey.
I've seen that video. Takes on Abel Trujillo. Chad Laprise up against Galore Bafando. That's an Italian swear word, by the way. Julian Marquez takes on Darren Stewart. Jan Blachowicz up against Jared Cannonier, and that's on Fox Sports 1. Moving up from there.
Blachowicz, Cannonier, that's going to be a good battle.
It's a great way to end the Fox Sports 1 card.
Some heavy-handed guys right there.
Speaking of heavy-handed, Glover Teixeira taking on Misha Kukunov. Then you also got
taking the chick. Totally gonna whoop Glover's ass.
Wait, is Misha Czech? You're taking the check?
The check, yeah.
Check.
I always go Russian,
check,
bro.
Please.
Always
check.
go Russian.
You do one or the other. You don't
go
do this
Russian
and say
in,
check.
I go
You
Russian out.
Check, please, or you just give me the sign. Don't do both.
Here's a question though. Do you go check like a check mark?
Check.
Or do you do your signature?
Signature, check.
Okay.
Just don't do both. Don't yell check. Yeah, I can see one or the other.
Santiago Ponzinibbio taking on the one we talked about, Mike Platinum Perry. Check out that interview. It's a lot of fun. Platinum Perry, 11 KOs out of his 12 fights. His only decision was a loss.
So I'm watching the weigh-in this morning on MMAfight.com. And
did he do the funky pterodactyl?
No,
might be in the ring.
Yeah,
might be in the ring.
You're gonna do it in the ring, but it's like it's 50-50 right now about where people think that this is gonna go. I guess Ponzinibbio's like got some like hidden tiger shit going on.
All right,
that everybody says to look for. So
he's got to harness that chi,
something
like that.
Whatever. I like chi. It's pretty good with.
I just
bubble
like
tea.
I like curry. Ricardo Lamas. I don't know why. There's nothing to do with anything. Ricardo Lamas taking on Josh Emmett at catch weight 148. Actually, don't even like curry, so I don't know why I said that. 148.5 pounds is the catch weight.
That was a stress move. I don't know what to say.
I like curry.
I like turtles.
I love lamb.
How fast are you going? 30? 30 what? Speed?
Try the veal.
Josh Emmett failed to make weight with Ricardo Lamas. We did have a fight cut from this card.
Yeah.
So Lamas didn't even weigh in. He was like, fuck that.
We have Tim Elliott and Justin Scoggins were supposed to take fight. Scoggins got pulled, so Magna was going to go in, but then he was
5 pounds overweight.
5 pounds as such. Catch weight was not going to happen.
So Elliott's fucking pissed. He took to his Instagram because he's not even getting his show money, even though he made weight right now.
Even though he made weight, yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty up. And I understand that. If you make weight, you didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
And your replacement fighter, fucked it up for you, then yeah, you should get something for that.
You should get something, yeah. You showed up. You should get your show money.
Show money. That's what it is.
In Mayweather's MMA, this doesn't happen. Everybody gets paid.
Everyone gets paid. But yeah, so Ricardo Lamas will be taking on Josh Emmett. Josh Emmett did not make weight. He was 2.5 pounds over.
I'm taking Ricardo based on that fact.
Yep.
And then Robbie Lawler taking on Rafael Dos Anjos.
2 hands?
Two hands. Taking on Ruthless. Robbie Lawler all day on this one.
Who looked swole. He looked swole, bro.
I don't think that Dos Anjos has the power to knock out Lawler.
No.
Yeah, you guys didn't. I don't know. You guys didn't think Woodley was gonna knock him out either.
I fucking called that one. What are you talking about?
I said no. Okay.
All right.
I called that one.
I was half right.
I didn't think Woodley
Better than being
had
half
the
wrong.
power to knock out Robbie Lawler. He surprised me.
I don't think that Dos Anjos does. I think that Dos Anjos is probably going to have to play the submission game. You're going to see a lot of wrestling in reverse from Robbie to keep it standing so he can bang because that's what he fucking loves to do. And you're probably going to see a finished 4th round from Robbie Lawler, in my opinion.
All right.
No? Anyone?
I'm going 2 chains.
2 chains?
2 chains?
Taking 2 chains in the second round.
I like curry.
Josh likes curry.
Like curry.
Go vote for us. MyMMAnews.com.
Please, MyMMAnews.com. It's the 4th one
Podcast
down.
of the year.
It's like literally the 4th one down. Podcast of the year. Click on Split Decision, and we would really appreciate it.
Yeah.
And then go buy a shirt from Shirtsicle. You can get the Pride Never Die edition of Split Decisions MMA shirt, Netflix and Chill, or Fight Night and Chill. And of course, the original. It's at Shirtsicle. That's pretty much it. Dependable Solutions, big thanks to them for supporting the podcast. If you need to innovate your business with taking credit cards, check out Dependable Solutions and, of course, MyMMAnews.com as well. That's it, right?
Yeah.
We're good? Cool. Enjoy your weekend. Watch some fights. Bueller, Dodge, and Dennis from the SinCal Studios saying have a good night, and we'll see you at the fights.